Week 6 of the Belgian Pro League, and with all 5 of Belgium's representatives making it into the group stages in Europe, they're all back in action, all involved in a spectacular Super Sunday triple bill. Gent against Club Brugge, Unie Saint-Gilloise Antwerp, and Genk hosting the form team right now, leaders Anderlecht, aiming for 5 wins in a row. Cercle can go top 2, entertaining Westerlo, plus Eupen, they're at Mechelen. Still seeking a first win, Charleroi hosts Introden, Standard at home to New Boys or RWDM, but we start with a pair of winless sides, out heavily Leuven and Kortrijk.
A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, football enthusiasts of all ages. Welcome to DAZN 11, to this exciting clash between Belgium's first division teams OH Leuven and KV Kortrijk. And there you see in the back Marco Cana, number 16. Today he was appointed, should we say. He comes for a loanee spell from Anderlecht to Kortrijk. Maybe he can come into the game later this game, but almost surprised here by Jonathan Broud-Brunes. Mazis with the center, and there's the beschrijvers and Tom van den Bergen with the great save, the necessary save for Kortrijk. A new warning, a new chance, a new opportunity, a new shot on target by OH Leuven. There comes that ball, and there's a very good goal. A beautiful goal, yet another set piece for OH Leuven, and it's Federico Rica who makes his first goal of the season, the Uruguayan for Leuven. And Tom van den Bergen has an awful evening like this, and well-deserved advantage for Leuven like this, 1-0. Xingchen. Xingchen with a great run. There's Kiyin who launches him again, and there's the 2-0. Joël Xingchen, the 21-year-old, there's that second goal for Leuven. They were eager to multiply their goals in the second half, and they find the net quite clearly and quite early in this second half. Although that ball obviously got deviated. Mendil asks for it, he gets it. Beautiful action, and there's a 3-0 debut goal for Youssef Mazis. Right on the hour mark. There's the killing ball by Hamza Mendil, finds Youssef Mazis, and after an assist for the 1-0, there's that 3-0 on his name, Youssef Mazis. Of Xingtian, and there's the great opportunity into the face of Maxence Prévost. He makes a crucial save for Leuven, but I think he will be a few minutes into limbo. And Wesley de Kremer will finish it off. Oh, there's João Silva, and maybe this is the 4-0 for een 3, but Tom van den Bergen with a crucial save. It's the end of the 90 minutes. So Leuven has their first victory of the season, winning 3-0 against Kortrijk. Goals by Rica, Xingchen and also Mazis in his debut for Leuven.
Once upon a time, Cercle Bruges would be struggling all season, needing a late surge to stay up. That was then. A win here would put Cercle and Miran Muslic top of the Pro League for one day at least. Their opponents Westerlo and Jonas de Ruyck with only 1 point so far and in an aquamarine change kit today. Kevin Denke has been a key component of the Cercle rise. This their first solid opportunity after an opening half hour of close calls. Denke scoring the clincher in last week's 2-0 win at St Troden. Westerlo keeper Nick Gillikin's just getting a touch. After losing a lot of their big names in the last two transfer windows, Westerlo trying to rekindle last season's magic, hence bringing back Nasser Chadli from Başakşehir in the Turkish Super League. A nice curled effort just over the top from him. Into first half stoppage time, Hugo Sike's cross from the right, perfect for Denke to plant a thumping header home. Goals in back-to-back games for the Togo international striker. Double figures last season, well on the way to that, already this. Well made by Hugo Sike's excellent cross, showing the form that's earned him a call-up for Belgium's upcoming Euro qualifiers against Azerbaijan and Estonia. Denke doing the rest, Gillikin's not saving that. Approaching the hour mark, Cercle threatening again. Sike shooting this time. Boho not knowing much about the rebound after Gillikin's save. Sike showing the kind of form that made him a breakout star as a teen at Standard Liège. Gillikin's fortunate Boho didn't have time to pick a spot on the rebound. But there's a real vibrancy about Cercle Bruges these days. Anyone can get in on the act. New signing from Monaco, Félix Le Maréchal, 5 minutes into his debut as sub, holding it up for Denke to slide home. 4 goals for Denke, makes him joint top scorer in the league so far. No stopping him at the moment, and no stopping Cercle either. The move starting with Denke before getting 20-year-old Frenchman Le Maréchal into it. He may well slot into this team very well. The tee-up for Denke for 2. 3 goals in 2 games for him now. Cercle 2-0 up and heading for top spot in the league for the first time in a decade and a half. Westerlo are having problems trying to find their cohesion again, with many of their biggest names leaving. Frigan releasing Kayan Vassen, but this slightly off target. Vassen scored 6 last season, trying to recapture the same kind of form this time around. Cercle, in contrast, can do no wrong. Sike's corner meeting the head of Leonardo Lopes da Silva, denied by the post. A major let-off for Westerlo. It's not as if De Kempinen aren't making any chances. Miange controlling this header to allow Frigan in this time. The Croatian striker bursting through, but narrowly missing the target. 2 big warnings for Cercle in quick succession. Frigan scored 13 last season back home with Rijeka as they finished 4th and qualified for Europe. The goals yet to start flowing in Belgium for him here. That the story for Westerlo completely. Not playing badly, just not able to score right now. Lucas Veneno popping up on the right-hand side, and a curler forcing Wallason into an excellent save. Whether he meant it or not, purely academic. A big chance at a lifeline with 9 minutes to go. A brilliantly swept-in ball, Wallason expecting the unexpected. Westerlo came from 2 goals down to draw their opener at Eupen. Since then, 4 losses in a row, 3 of those by a slender 1-goal margin. Veneno's cross finding Vassen, Westerlo denied by the post again. All they need is some good luck, but not getting any of it here. Into stoppage time, and Westerlo facing into another of those days. Frigan bringing it forward again, cutting inside this time, and this time finding the target. Worth pointing out, of their 6 games this season, they've only failed to score once. Goals in back-to-back matches for Frigan. They are doing a lot right. Would there be another unlikely comeback here? Frigan with his 2nd goal this season. Into the 5th minute of stoppage time, and Robbins looking to nip in for an equaliser, going down under the slight challenge of Le Maréchal. Westerlo's penalty appeals noticeably half-hearted. Very little going on here. So Cercle Bruges go top for 24 hours at least. 4 wins in 5 games, 12 points out of 15. Westerlo stuck on 1 point, 5 losses in a row. But it's Cercle who are torchbearers for the rest right now. Cercle Bruges 2, Westerlo 1. 9th hosting 4th at Acte de Kazerne, one of the most atmospheric grounds in the country. Their run to the cup final and survival from relegation last season giving hope of greater times ahead. It's almost 2 years since Eupen led the league for the only time in their history. A win at Mechelen, and would happen again for Florian Kohlfeld's men Steam de 4 aiming to lead the Malinois to 3 wins in a row. Eupen winning 3 of the last 4 going into this. Genk, Kortrijk and Leuven the victims. Isaac Nuhu netting in last week's 3-1 win over OHL and almost scoring 90 seconds into this one. A big warning shot from the Ghanaian. Mechelen were perennial Europe chasers under Wouter Franken, but his coaching talent's now elsewhere, so they're working hard to relocate the magic. Nicholas Storm playing in Dan Foulon for their first close encounter. Mechelen with 7 goals in the last 2 games, an impressive run of scoring they'd love to continue. Storm's ball into the box almost diverted for an own goal by Rune Peishauser. Eupen's new American goalkeeper Gabriel Slinina a relieved man, and not the only one. Storm bringing his usual form of mayhem. Eupen at the other end have scored 6 in the last 2 games. 3-1 wins over Kortrijk and Leuven. Losing Smel Prevalak to Hertha Berlin hasn't caused the goals to draw up at all. Nuhu's back heel for Brandon Bai opening the door. Scotland defender David Bates with the block. The Pandas last looked this good when they hit top spot 2 years ago, ahead of the September international break. This a little case of history repeating. Jentel van Genekten's cross from the left, picking out Gary Magnier. Caton Cook with the save. Eupen looking so different from last season's relegation-haunted version. Magnier so close. A belting, albeit goalless first half, and unfortunately, half-time killing the momentum. Everyone having to wait until 10 minutes to go for the next big chance of consequence, and Mechelen's first since the half-hour mark. Rafik Belgali's cross from the right, turned in by Leon Lauberbach, fresh from scoring the winning goal at Westerlo last time out. The Malinois getting that winning feeling again. Patrick Fluke almost making contact himself, but Lauberbach making certain for the second week in a row. Eupen's dreams of hitting top spot beginning to evaporate. Magnier's swept crossfield pass opening up some options, picking out Van Genekten on the left-hand side, his ball in, finding Magnier back in position to drive just over the top. The Pandas in great goal-scoring form lately. They could have had loads today. Eupen still pressing, but caught out while pushing forward. Magnier dispossessed. Late substitute Janus Van Hecke sending Lauberbach away. In the centre, Jonas Malady with a glorious opportunity to wrap it up. Teddy Allow with the tremendous goal-saving block. Malady is impressed in his 4 seasons in Belgian League football, but despite scoring in other competitions in that time, has only ever managed 1 in the league. This a perfect chance to put that right, but no success. Malady scored twice in Mechelen's run to the cup final last season and once in Europe for Gent, but his league wait goes on. Mechelen holding on to win 1-0, 3 wins in a row for them to go 5th, while Eupen's chance to climb to the summit is lost. Mechelen 1, Eupen 0. A big Saturday night clash at the Sclessin Standard Liège with only 2 points from their first 5 games, firmly stuck in the relegation zone. These are turning into must-wins for new boss Carl Hufkens. Newly promoted RWDM having the week off due to Union's European commitments. Wins over Leuven and Mechelen a big help for their new coach, Claudia Casapa. But there have been a couple of hammerings too. 100 seconds in and Standard putting themselves under pressure straight away. New signing Wilfred Kanga's misplaced pass causing ructions for the Rouges. Marc Darguet releasing Mikael Biron, who you'd have thought would have produced a better finish than that, especially after scoring 3 in his last 3. A humongous let-off for Standard straight away. The Rouges winless in their first 5 games, only 2 goals as well in that time. Something's got to give. Dennis Dragic creating a big opening from the left, just needing slightly more curl. This, after 3 minutes, it could have been 1-1. His return from sister club Genoa could prove to be very valuable indeed. 19 minutes in, Xavier Mercier's free kick for RWDM, turned in by Gay for his first goal of the season, and a massive lead for the Molenbeek men in Liège. Another shock in store for Standard. They've had enough of those lately. Gay's first goal in almost 18 months, that for Ostende against Serang after going all of last season without finding the target. or WDM 1-0 up before Standard claiming a set piece at the other end. Sihan Chinak's free kick from the left, not properly cleared. Dragish's bicycle kick muddying the waters, and Kanga's scrambling in, or WDM's lead lasting only 4.5 minutes. Kanga's first goal since signing from Hertha Berlin. Chinak's free kick doing all the damage. Incredibly, his first start of the season. Kanga capitalising in the end. He scored twice for sister club Hertha last season as they were relegated. He doesn't want another fight for survival this time. And Coach Hufkens can't afford to become embroiled in one either. There are those who feel Club Brugge let him go too early last season, leaving him with a big point to prove in Liège. Unfortunately, single points are all they're getting right now. Into the second half, Standard pushing for all three. Kanga bursting through, claiming a foul by Luis Segovia, but referee Kevin Van Damme unimpressed and waving play on. Kanga claiming an injury. Worth pointing out, he did get the ball and Segovia didn't, but no spot kick. Standard getting a valuable set piece with 15 minutes to go. Chinak will surely be a permanent starter for them from now on. His free kick flicked on by Kawabe, brilliantly denied by Teo de Fornay, or WDM hanging on at 1-1. Kawabe with the equaliser at Kortrijk a fortnight ago. De Fornay defiant. Standard pressing for a winner with 7 minutes to go, but Noah Ohio this time unfindable. Or WDM suddenly with thoughts of claiming the win themselves, and Biron ready to do big damage. His surge upfield and subsequent cracking cross for Marc Darguet almost converted. It could have been a goal. In the end, not even a corner. His certainly not the final touch, though. Another blow for Standard Liège. More points dropped, and they still haven't won yet this season. Third from bottom with 3 points to their name, still in the relegation zone. Watch this space. Standard Liège 1 or WDM 1. We've got a huge game of football coming up between Gent and Club Brugge. After another midweek of European heroics, Gent seeing off Apoel Nicosia on the road in Cyprus. 2-1 in the night, 4-1 in aggregate. And then Club Brugge having to come back from a near calamity against Osasuna. 2 late goals in the last 20 minutes to go through. 4-3 in aggregate. That was 2-2 on the night. Come back towards Hong Hyun-suk again. Better cross! Kuiper's in there just wide. There's a try. Mignolet's really being tested now. There's the chance on the turn from Igor Thiago. And a good save by Nardi. Taken away well here by Kuipers. To Sidali waiting in the middle. Big deflection. Nipped in goal. Hong 1-0. Hong on song. They never saw him coming. And Gent lead. Opened it up well. Another Norwegian international in the squad, and Nardi's missed it! And it almost went in from Van Aken. Almost an open goal for Club Brugge there. Tissadali back defending. Nusat with less space now. He also go in front of him. Tissadali as well. Maxim de Kuiper. Dangerously in! And put home by Van Aken for 1-1. How about that? He's loving it. Now it's Archie Brown. Good deep cross. That could go anywhere. Brilliant save, Mignolet. Now the header off the bar by Hugo Kuipers and the rebound over. Desart. Tissadali almost scoring 2, a brilliant save by Mignolet. Desart with the final opening, just didn't get the balance right. 7 goal attempts to 4 in that first half. Even if Club Brugge had scored first, that holds no fears for Gent right now. The last 7 games in which they've gone behind, they've been unbeaten, and they could take the lead again here. It's Hong again! 2-1 Gent. Doubling up. Really involving, gripping game this has been. It's come out wide. Torunarigha, here's the chance for Fadiga. That Mignolet is saved. Might open up well. Zinkernagel getting it through, and Jupiler's there. Good save, Nardi. Jupiler trying on the rebound. Club are trying a lot now. 10 minutes to go. They've upped a gear suddenly. Down went to Kuiper. I thought it was a ball-winning challenge first, not now, and that was Fadiga again. It is a second yellow. Fadiga was booked a couple of minutes ago. Fadiga, fourth game in a row. On a sub in each of them. First one he didn't finish. This is the chance, Zinkernagel, and it stayed out. And Nardi with a heroic save. It is a big win for Gent against Club. Their third home victory in a row against the Blauw-Zwart, and Hong's double earns the 3 points of the Buffaloes. Two of last season's top three, both Union and Antwerp winning their European playoffs comfortably. Union drawn with Liverpool in the Europa League, Antwerp with Barcelona in the Champions League. They should be games to savour. Good early attacking from Union, and into the area, Boutte in trouble, and Koulibaly as well. And that's a penalty after a minute for Union straight away. And it was Terho brought down by Koulibaly on his league debut. Eckert scores again. 5 for the season, and he's the league's top scorer now. Boutte sent the wrong way. Really have started brilliantly, Union, but now Antwerp looking frisky. Bataille pulling it across, great ball, opportunities, Balikwisha, excellent save. It's come back out towards Vines. Oh, that's sensational. A brilliant finish from a long way out from Sam Vines, who hadn't scored since last May, and that against Union as well. It fell right in front of Janssen, who couldn't finish. Balikwisha almost did a really good save by Maurice, but how about this from way out by Vines? True perfection. Absolutely nobody stopping that. What an astonishing goal for 1-1. Antwerp are certainly perked up, but that's been a really big giveaway. Eckert hits the post from a long way out, and Boutte saw that one fly past. Eckert so unlucky that it's not 2-1. Lapouzin. He's got support from Jean-Terry Lazare, who's in suddenly, and he couldn't get the finish. Decent save that by Boutte. What a lovely ball in, and Lazare had the control and just lost it. Lovely ball forward by Vermeer, and Balikwisha with the opportunity. Marvellous save by Maurice. What a lovely strike by Balikwisha, and almost a lead goal. Balikwisha will take it himself. Flick on, fell all the way to Ekkelenkamp, and Antwerp lead before half-time. Union caught out of the far post, the flick coming from Van den Bosch that directed Ekkelenkamp's way, and he was in the right place to tap it in right before half-time, and Antwerp go 2-1 up. Blessing's men behind at the break, but they don't panic around here, they don't sleep around in the job. Well, some do. Controlled well on the near side by Castro Montes, making his debut, having come from Gent. Lovely back heel. Jean-Terry Lazare in again. Tight angle, Boutte with an excellent save. That was a lovely chance. Angle wasn't really on his side, but he went for it anyway and almost scored. Decent link up the right-hand side. Muir's playing at a right back at the moment, and it's a great chance for Kirk. Murray smothering it, and that surely would have clinched it. Across by Youssef, almost found Kirk. Sharp little layoff. Van Houten on the way in. Van Houten on the way down. And that's another penalty for Union. With 5 minutes to go, Mandela Keita giving it away. He was just too late. Gustav Nielsen, his responsibility. His cool finish to make it 2-2. And the man who's come on for record, taking the penalty responsibility so well to equalise. Another classic. They may well both be jousting for the title again, but this, a real Super Sunday. Union 2, Antwerp 2.
Super Sunday continues, and we could have a third leader of the day. It's taken a while, but Brussels' most successful club are back being Brussels' top club again. For the moment at least, can they stay there? Last season's runners-up have their own ambitions. From the Cercle Arena, it's Racing Genk against Anderlecht. Bonsu Bag up behind that, and a nice amount of power behind it as well, and that moved in the air a good bit. And there is another yellow coming here, and it's a red for Bonsu Bag. In only his 4th game in Belgium, the 18-year-old picks up his 2nd yellow. Flips. Bit of room for Augustinsson to get the cross in, and he did! And what a fine header by Dolberg. Marvellous save by Van der Voort. It's well covered again by Mark McKenzie to clear. Again, there was a prospect of him potentially leaving. He's stuck around. Here goes Paintsel, all on his own, surrounded by 3. Oh my word, he's hit the post! This has turned into a belting shot by Zina de Baast, and Van der Voort equal to it. Forward by Munoz. Wide again for Bilal El Khanous. He's got a chance of a cross here as well. Oh, and Aiden! Just over the top. Dupé beat in the bounce. Brought it away. Nice little cut inside by Amuzu! What an arrival! His first contribution in the game is to provide one of the goals of the season. Anderlecht were pinned to the wall, but they have freed themselves in the most glorious way possible. Another dangerous one in the middle, and that could have been the winner for Luis Vasquez. Aynan trying to wade in, and Aynan was late. Aynan was late. And Brian Aynan is booked. Now they're edging this one by a 1-0. Munoz bringing it on for Genk, though. Munoz pulled it back, and it's in from Tolo in the 97th minute. Salvation for the 10 men. They have rescued a point out of nowhere, playing with 10 men for most of it. Anderlecht will feel they should have won it. Genk will be delighted they rescued it.
Charleroi 12th, Sint-Truiden 10th heading into the weekend. The Canaries winning twice this season, but Charleroi is still waiting. No chances of note in the first half are the Canaries of Sint-Truiden winning their first 2 against Standard Liège and Kortrijk, but no wins since. Ryotaro Ito for Joseph O'Barnes, but Hervé Coffey saving. Charleroi having to wait until the 44th minute for their first potential breakthrough, and Benza releasing Morioka, Zain Suzuki pulling off the double save. Back-to-back starts for St. Troden's new Japanese goalkeeper, signed from Urawa Reds. No Daniel Schmidt while he was working out a move to Metz. That broke down though at the last minute on deadline day, so he will be available to the Canaries again. Suzuki an able replacement though. This would not have counted though due to offside. 0-0 at half-time. Charleroi looking to step up their second-half performance. Isaac Mbenza taking up the full story himself. 4 goals for Charleroi last season, and the potential for more of this. Virtuoso stuff, pulled narrowly wide in the end. An excellent effort from a long way out. St. Troden with 1 point from the last 3 games against Gent, where they led 2-0. Ito looking for all 3 here with a brilliant strike from outside the area. Coffee equal to it again. Ito still awaiting his first goal since coming from Alberax Niigata in the summer. This would have been some way to do it. And Benza creating for Charleroi this time. His cross met firmly by Damien Mark. So close to the opening goal for the Zebras. His glance at the assistant suggesting thoughts of being offside. Our own second look at it shows he wasn't. As good an opening yet for 1-0. Charleroi winless themselves heading into this. Draws against Leuven, Standard Liège and Genk, suggesting there's potential for this season. And Benza in the right place again, but from St. Troden's point of view, so's the post. An entertaining game for the 6,000 present at the Stade de Pays de Charleroi. STVV looking lively with 14 minutes to go. Recent losses against Anderlecht and Cercle Bruges were tight affairs. Koita teeing up Ito again. Coffee saving again. A great chance for the opener, but Coffee denying it. A valuable save as it would turn out. Charleroi on their next attack, sending Slovene winner Zan Relegi away down the right. Crossing for Palestine international Ode Daba to score first time. The Carollos of Charleroi ahead with 11 minutes to go. Rogeli's cross perfect. Daba's second goal since coming from Aruca in Portugal. Now, Daba's first goal for the club for a long time looked like being the winner against Leuven, until a late penalty equaliser seeing that opening day game in July finish 1-1. Just as long as it doesn't happen again, eh? Koita picking out Delorge, a follow-up shot from Kaya blocked, but in second viewing, Delorge caught by Damien Mark. Referee Smet sent for his own second look, and having reviewed the fresh evidence, giving the penalty. Aboubakary Koita with the spot kick, and well converted too. 1-1, and Charleroi getting that sinking feeling again. Into the 3rd minute of stoppage time, Premier League winner Shinji Okazaki bursting into the area. Pressure from Celius Andreu, and another penalty called for St. Troden. A massive chance to win the game in stoppage time. And in the old days, that would be that. But in these days of instant replay, there's always another pair of eyes watching. As it turns out, it was a foul, but determined to be outside. So a free kick for the Canaries instead of a spot kick. Jana Stuckers with the responsibility. No progress made first time. Koita with another opening to bring it forward again for St. Troden. Instead, a dramatic block by Daba and a chance to break clear. Frederick Ananu stopping that though. And one of the rare times you'll see a clear denial of a goal-scoring opportunity happening in the other half. Ananu the last man, no attempt to go for the ball, and that is straight red, even if past the halfway line. More points dropped for these two. 13th and 10th they are now. Charleroi 1, St. Troden 1. 4 draws, meaning this week's winning sides make major ground. Leuven the biggest winners on Friday night against Kortrijk, who have major problems now. Cercle, Mechelen and a big Super Sunday clash, seeing Gent with all the 3 points. Late equalisers from Union, Genk and St. Troden, providing lots of relief, but not so much for Standard Liège against RWDM. Gent's win over Club Brugge puts them top. Last week's leaders Anderlecht would be back there had they not conceded in the 97th minute, but still level with the Buffaloes. The remarkable rise of Cercle Bruges knows no bounds, top for 24 hours and 3rd now ahead of Club Mechelen and Union. Remember, 6 clubs still have a back game to play in a few weeks due to European action. Antwerp and Genk not too worried about where they are just yet. The bottom 4 yet to win: Charleroi, Standard Liège, and with a point each, Westerlo and Kortrijk. There's an international break coming up with Belgium playing Azerbaijan and Estonia. When we're back in 2 weeks, Saint-Gilloise against Genk will be the standout fixture. The top three will be on the road, Gent at Leuven, Anderlecht at Kortrijk and Cercle at RWDM. Club Brugge will host Charleroi and leaders Royal Antwerp will be at struggling Westerlo. Until then, from Will Downing and the Pro League TV team in Brussels, enjoy your football.